Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Yay, a brand new day. Oh my gosh, I know it's already been bad around in many parts of the world already because of the heat of this summer. I mean, the globe's warming up, and pretty soon it's gonna get really, really bad. But for right now, it's actually been cool and raining for a couple days here in Shelton, Washington. Apparently that changes today. It's supposed to creep up to about getting up to around in the mid 90s around Monday. So starting today gets really hot, and that's bad because I've mentioned before how when I go to bed, if I overheat, I have leg cramping and just all sorts of things where I can't sleep. And right now I'm already having a lot of problems. But if it gets a whole lot worse, I'm in a whole lot of trouble. As it is, I had 3 fans in my bedroom last night. One in the window, one at the foot of the bed blowing up the bed at me, one across, blowing across my lower legs. It was still bad last night. I had anxiety. I didn't sleep well. It was not good. So it's going to be even better coming up here. So joy. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. It's not good. But I made sure I went out and I bought more antihistamines and stuff. I was out of generic Claritin, and so I bought some more loratadine tablets. I took one of those before I went to bed last night, so I didn't have major anxiety, but I still had some, and it kept me awake for a time, and it wasn't good, so joy. But I got the pills, I'm taking those. My allergies, yay. I mean, I don't even sound like me to me. When I'm editing, yeah, I do. But, you know, with bone conduction and the way sound travels through water, and you're mostly water, I do not sound like me in the slightest to me. I do know that it sounds better in editing and all that, but to me, I don't sound good, and my voice box is clogged, and yay. But, you know, most of us are still surviving, and that's good. Definitely a thumbs up on that. There is one thing that I did. I was thinking about this one last night. It was kind of one of these major revelation things, because I like to think about things. That's one of the things actually my therapist really likes about me in processing all the things that I have been. I like to, when I come across a point or I think about something on my own, I think about it. I dig my teeth into it and I chew on it until I figure it out. Well, one of the things I've been worried about, so many people in comments and stuff have been talking about starting Ritalin or some sort of ADHD med. They started feeling like a zombie, they say. And so I have been worried about that. I've been worried about feeling like a zombie. And so I've been paying attention to that. My med manager has been asking me, how's your motivation? How's this? Whenever we have our meetings. I started thinking about that because I started worrying about it last night. Because there have been times that I have felt kind of numb. Lower doses, the subtherapeutic dose, but yeah. But then I started thinking about why. Why would you feel numb? Why would you feel numbish if you were taking ADHD meds? Quite frequently, ADHD and depression go together. If you have one, you likely have the other. And if you have the other, you likely have the one. And ADHD makes depression worse, because when you get hit with depressive thoughts, you don't have time to work through them and deal with them. They hit you. They drive you down. And before you can deal with it to get it, in a proper perspective, it's gone. And you're hit with another depressive thought. Same thing happens. You keep getting hit and driven down. And before you can deal with it, to process it and get through it, it's gone and you're hit with another one. It's like a submachine gun fire of depression bullets. A lot of people who have depression have some type of cyclical depression. I have had cyclical depression my whole life. I'm not bipolar. If normal is here, I don't go up like this and then down like this. My normal state is like right about here. Still depressed, but there you go. And I go down into bad depression, and then I come back up. And then I go down, and I come back up. A lot of people who have this stuff either hit like that, or hit like this, or do both. ADHD medications act as mood stabilizers because they allow you to sit and think. When you get hit with that depressive thought, it doesn't drive you down and then leave to make room for the next one to come in before you have a chance. No, you get hit. You process it. You think about it. You go, that's not right. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Yeah. And then it's gone. And so you can deal with it. And then the next one comes along and you deal with it. So if you have cycles of negative thoughts that drive you down, you're able to deal with that, and suddenly you're not going down just because of thoughts, or up just because of thoughts. You're able to derail those things that would drive you down, leaving you with only the biochemical stuff. So let's say you're also on an antidepressant, and those are mood stabilizers as well. So now you've got a stable mood. You're not going wee or wee, wee, wee. You're not swinging up and banging into this far wall and then swinging down and banging off that one. You're not having those highs and lows, or you're not just having the highs. You're not just having the lows. You're like this now. So you're not feeling those wild extremes anymore. You're used to your whole life feeling, oh, goody, 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 and oh my God, that's awful. Don't you think you'd feel like a zombie if you didn't experience that anymore? Don't you think having a mood stabilizer that evens you out into normality is going to feel like you're a zombie, because you're not going into these extremes anymore? You're just right here. That's going to make you feel like a zombie. Added with, if you have ADHD meds and you have anything that acts as an antidepressant, which ADHD meds will do, one of the things that happens is it opens up your brain and such so that it works properly, but it doesn't change your life. You have possibly decades, like me, 50 years worth of habits because you've never been able to have work, study, play, whatever habits. You've never been able to develop those habits because you're always woo, woo, woo. But now you have the ability to think these things through, but you don't have the habits for them. And you don't have anyone to teach you what the habits are. So suddenly you have the energy and ability to take care of these things, but you don't have the actual ability. You don't have the skills. You don't have the habits. You don't have the techniques. So you're left with energy to do things, but you don't know how to do things. And you don't have those wild extremes anymore. You're stabilized. So you're stuck, and you're not having wild mood swings anymore, so you feel like a zombie. And a lot of people end up not taking their meds anymore because they don't like feeling like a zombie. But that zombie feeling is just normality. And you have to normalize that and realize that the wild extremes, that's pathology. That's not a good thing to do. You don't want that. And then now you start to develop the habits so that you're not stuck. So yeah, I have therapy today, and I'm going to be bringing this up to my therapist and talking with him about all this. I think this was a major revelation I had while I was out walking and thinking about it, so thumbs up on that. So yeah, when I feel kind of zombie-like, I know part of it is I have the ability to do the things, but I don't have the habits. I've never had the work habits, never had the study habits, never had good habits because I've never been able to do them. Now I can. I am on my own trying to figure out all these things and how best to work them. I actually got some phone calls made yesterday. Gotta start. You have to start somewhere. Part of it is still, when you get a lot of things stacked up, it's overwhelming. So don't just take on the whole thing. Pick one small task, do that. What happens when water is on one side of a dam and it pokes a hole through and then water starts coming out the other side? Pretty soon the whole dam falls down and the water starts pouring through. Being stuck with all these tasks is everything behind the dam. Doing one small task is that water worming its way through and spraying out. So pretty soon the whole thing should come down and I'll be able to start getting stuff done. You gotta make the habits, you gotta do all those things. So thumbs up on that. Now, yeah, I've had this horrible insomnia and I'm not thrilled about it. I figured things out. I'm semi-thrilled about this. Past that though, I've had issues with trying to stay awake. I fell asleep a few times yesterday. A combination of the heat, and I slept like maybe an hour the night before. So yesterday I was in bad shape. Part of it just because of the things I've been talking about, that evening of the mood, the having the ability but not the habits to be able to do things. But then yesterday, everything on top of that, the inability to think well because I was just drained of sleep. So yesterday was a bad day. I was intensely depressed. I feel slightly better about things, but I couldn't do any of the things that I wanted to do for my channel yesterday because I was just so depressed and just So hopefully today I'm gonna feel better about things, and that's good. That's good. One of the minor things that's a thing, I can't remember if I talked about it, but I'm gonna talk about it now. YouTube used to have a tool where if you wanted to check a song and see if what would happen, will it get you a copyright strike? Will it be blocked worldwide? Will you just, have your money claimed for that? Or is it fine? Like if you want to do a reaction. They had a tool for that. You could pop things in. That tool's gone. They took it away. They said nobody used it, so they stopped giving it to people. So now, the only way that you're going to tell if you're going to get in trouble is to upload it and then wait and see. But you only get 3 copyright strikes in your career. Now, that's not a copyright claim. That's not copyright ID. That's not any of that. This is where the people say, oh, no, that's ours. And they bring the fist of God down on you. Copyright strike. You get 3 of those in your career as a YouTuber, and then they delete you. They don't delete your channel. They don't just do that. They delete you. They take you off the platform, and you can never come back. And if you want to try to make a career, I get a little bit of money every month from it, and that really helps. So I want to keep doing that. I don't want to be deleted from the platform. I don't want to be YouTube deplatformed. So that's an issue. I took up a look on a video. Fellow talked about this. Oh, excuse me, my God. Oh. He said now the best thing to do is to make up a dummy channel that's not connected to you in any way. Upload a video to that, and then see if it gets copyright struck. And if it does, hopefully they can't trace things back and attach it to your main channel. That's the best way. So I get a lot of guff from people, even now, years after I haven't been able to do reaction videos, about people just complaining about, hey, don't pause the video when you're going to talk. And I've been talking with people online and watching things where the only way they can get around the copyright stuff is by pausing every 10 or 15 seconds so that they can break the copyright detection. So I gotta pause it every 15 seconds in a 3-minute song, and I get troubles now for pausing a song 4 or 5 times. So I don't know. Part of the things that I did before was just post a thing at the front saying, hey, there's copyright issues, here's a URL, follow along what I say now. But of course, so many people just skip the beginnings of the reaction videos and they say, why was there no music? So I don't know. I'm trying to get over the depression from the insomnia and the anxiety when I sleep, because I'm just not sleeping well. And as soon as I can, I'm going to start doing all of these projects. So they're on their way. They're on their way. Promise everybody. Yay. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I don't even know what my hands are doing right now. But I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people, or however many people left a comment. Quite frequently, I only have like 12 people that leave comments. So however many people, or 20 to 25, depending. Thumbs up. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my depression, fibro, grieving, and more, it's just this March, my wife has now been dead for 7 years. So, thumbs up for that. Let me call up my Chrome here, and we have KD. Thumbs up, and thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. No fear, I haven't killed very many hitchhikers at all. We have SSGSS Go Getta. Thumbs up, and thank you. Nicholas Fuentes, greatly appreciated. Jonathan Cole, thumbs up, and thank you. Spooky Cookie, thumbs up, and thank you. Angelo's Gameplay, greatly appreciated. Jasmine Pseudonymous, thumbs up, and thank you. Garrett the Ginger, greatly appreciated. Beatrice, thumbs up and thank you. Timothy Clen, C-L-E-N, I think. And thank you for the advice. Bobbles Flopalopagus, heck of a name. And thank you very, very much. Jarun, I'm not sure, but thank you. Mellow Est 1995, like Mellow established 1995. I'm not sure, but thank you very, very much. And then we have SYR9 AMVs, and then not sure of which language it is, but it is an ideogram. Thank you very much. Potatotron. If I had a hot tub, I might. Call Me Kevin did one of those, raised $43,000 while doing a fully clothed with a shirt and everything, but in a hot tub stream. So, and then Velvet Bunny, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up and thank you. Sunlight Sunshine, that's the best kind of sunshine. Thank you very much. Gesto Soft Software, Gesto de Documentos, greatly appreciated. And that is it. 24 people left comments. Thumbs up and thank you all. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, following the text. Thumbs up and thank you so much. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. You all, each and every one of these people help keep me fed, keep my cats and my one cat and my hamster fed. It's awesome. Thank you so very, very much. If you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wishlist link where I probably haven't updated it yet, but hopefully I'll update it with things like Reptisan and hamster food and hamster bedding and cat food, maybe a pair of shoes. Hopefully I'll get that done, but do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled, and if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you. Well, holy smokes, no matter where you are in the world, please seek creativity, seek positivity, stay centered. And of course, Black Lives Matter. But it's more important for everybody to not die. So don't die, whoever you are. Be safe, be careful. You can't stand for anything if you're gone. So be safe. Wear a mask if there's a lot of unvaxxed people around you. Get vaxxed if you can. Maintain your social distance around people that you don't know if they're vaxxed or not. Wash your hands. Try not to touch your face. We can get through this. Depending on where you are, it's still raging horrifically, so Just be safe and be careful. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a definite thumbs up.